It's October 8th, 2021. I just got back from NYPD. Not uniformed officers, they were in suits. They were outside, gathered outside the 111th precinct. They were within my kindred, and no tails. And so I went up to the group and I said, just curious. I spoke to another officer, uniformed officer, this morning about neon, from an art history perspective of it's a glass tube, it's gas involved, and some powder that brings the color to life. I was like, and that dangerous practice is really toxic to the human and to environments, especially in large quantity. So, I mean, I was like, any of you know what plasma TVs or LCD TVs are made out of? I was like, because it looks almost like a neon product, but I don't know where to find that out. And he goes, no way. He goes, there'd have to be a big label on the back of the TV. And I'm like, right, but there's not. So then I said, because technically, like, part of Target's income revenue and like Best Buy, they would be considered chemical weapons dealers in our local market. And he goes, get out of here. And like they just start like walking away. And I'm like, these are my team members that are my kindred. If I can't rely on them to be able to report on my behalf and to keep me safe, and then I have to worry about like, okay, so now if like then what? So there, I know there's another part that says that if, and here's the back of the TV, by the way, because my memory's running out. It says it's LG, and here's the bottom. Ready? Here's the tag. That's that hazard warning. It's not very clear. And then over here, that's all it reads on the back of the LG TV for Linda's television. So then there's another part where, okay, so if Best Buy stock, if they're charged with being major weapons, chemical weapons dealers, in a box brand store to the unsuspecting public, and they're promoting these televisions for other area dangerous industry, if that stock tanks, am I going to be, as the one who brought it forward, as the whistleblower, are these crazy Americans and North Americans and then outside league, are they going to try to come after me for trying to tamper with an economy of some sort? I mean, like, the humans are crazy. They are absolutely crazy in what they do, which is why I asked for Air Force One help, because it's consumer product protection, where I don't know who at Port Authority is allowing these things off the boats, and how they got into everybody's home in massive quantities, and how nobody's speaking about. And then the detective said, he's like, they stopped making plasma 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I go, well, that's really interesting considering the end of life cycle is the toxic part. Just saying. And then I walked away. Not angry at them. I have no reason to be angry at them. They're my team players in the local area. I have to protect them. They have to protect me. And I don't want them to be harmed in their line of work. I don't want to be harmed. But there seems to be a whole lot of moving parts in security and in consumer keeping oneself safe, especially when there's no proper education to the public. And I said, it's part of a gas exchange. I said, and again, if you have such a large quantity of these things, it then bubbles up into like creating a nuclear-sized weapon, but without the need for facility, because you have all these individual parts in large quantity being sold to unsuspecting public. They don't find out till the toxic end-of-life cycle, and then all of a sudden they're not collecting sanitation and landfill correctly, and now they break and particleize, they start to accumulate in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere, and then all of a sudden you have a highly volatile, unstable breathing apparatus and health problem going on, but not on such an epic scale, might I add. So now, that's where I'm at with Cocoon being when the world turns off for a moment, going into spiritual haven, and all I really want is special circumstance, special task force Mark, the one I was designed for, who's JMG when he's not in his Mark humanoid looking thing at pagan gods. Because at our relationship, there's something that's called melting into somebody, like where you just want to, like, if you could enter their chest and never leave for safety reasons, you would. That's where I'm at as a woman with him. I just don't know why I keep waking up on this side of human in the NYPD 111th precinct in the state of New York in North America.